I played this whole game thinking it was recording, and it actually wasn't. And I only found out it wasn't recording when I went to stop the recording. So I've been waffling on to myself about the last hour. I did feel like a right idiot when that happened. Let's just go over some things which I've already spoken about, but obviously wasn't recording. For example, here it marked me down 0.50 for this move I made, which was 24.20 and 13.8. I thought that was an okay move at the time. It wants me to go 13.4, but then anything 3.2, 4, 2.2, all those kind of numbers hit me and send me back. I don't see the point in that. There's no structure. It's like I'm sending one soldier to go and fight two soldiers. That don't make sense to me. So I didn't do that anyway, even though it says this. So what would have happened if I'd hit the 4? He would have rolled double 5. Okay, similar thing would have happened. Anyhow, he rolled double 5. So he hits me on the 24 point. But I can now come off the bar and make it a 5 point. But now it gives me a 6 to play. Again, we don't agree. He wants me to come off the bar there and then move the 13 to the 7. But I'm thinking, if I come there, any 6, 5, 1, etc. from XG, he's going to hit me there, send me back. I've accomplished nothing. So I come in off the bar to this 20 points. I make my 5 points in his home board, and I move a 6 from the 8 to the 2. Because I'm thinking, only a 1 can hit me. And if that happens, that happens. What happens? XG rolls 6-3. So he runs for it. Had I followed the previous advice, I should have been here on the 7. If I was playing like XG, I'd be here on the 7. XG hits me and moves. I've got another piece to get home. But now I can throw the 3-1 and I can hit him on the 10 point, and then I move to the 9. Had it been the other way around, I get the 3-1, I'd have to use the 3 to sit, wouldn't I? Because he's just hit me on the 7 and moved there. So instead of being able to then hit him on the 10, I'm having to sit with that 3 and then play a 1. So basically, you mark me down for the right move, what would have caused me problems if I'd followed your way. So it's annoying that I don't get the recognition for the right move just because it's not in XG's idea the right move. Anyhow, so XG doubles me here. So it says I should pass. But I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, okay, it's not ideal, but XG still got 2, 4, 6, 8, more than half. Well, even if you count these 11, then he's got more than half of his stack that have to come past a point that I control. And whilst he's going, I can be building up my home board so that if I get a shot, I'm in a good position to take it. I appreciate I might not always get a shot. I appreciate I might get a shot and I might miss the shot. But this is, sometimes you make calculated risks and decisions. And so it was my decision that I'll see what happens. I took it. But of course, I'll get marked down for doing that. But anyway, let's carry on. This is the next one. I got marked down 23, which is not a whole heap, but let's see why I got marked down. He wants me to go, he wants me to go from 11 there for 2, then he wants me to slot in here. Now don't forget my plan. My plan is I'm waiting for a shot. If I get a shot, I don't want him to sit or to come in and hit me. I'm only going to make a point if I can close it. Because so I might not get a shot, that's the first thing. And if I do get the shot and manage to hit, I don't want a point I want to slot a point. Either I make it or I don't. So that's why I've gone 7 to close a 6 point, 8 to the 6 because that gives me more building options. and then 9th a 7, so that if I use this for a 3, I still got 2 there, so I maintain the prime. But I thought of all this when I made this decision, and I get marked down 23. So what happens? XG gets the 6-2, and they have to leave the shot. I then roll the 4-2, so I hit. XG then fans. Remember, I've got that 2 that I accepted earlier, so now's the time to redouble. XG says it's a take. So when I took it, I make a blunder. I think this is a blunder from XG. He's got one place to come into. I'm going to get my pieces and I can easily close. I can hit and run. He's got a lot of problem here unless he like in and out quickly and stuff. You know, I think he's taking a risk. When I accepted the double early in the game, there was a long way still to go and anything could happen. But at this point now, when he's accepted the redouble, there's not so much left to happen. It's like it's what's going to happen. But he's okay to accept it. But when I accept it, it's a blunder. Anyhow, let's fast forward. What happens? Convincingly win. So I got my 4 points. So me accepting that double was not an error. Me playing that 6 from the 8 to the 2 instead of coming to the 7, that was not an error. Look, putting all these errors against me, yet I won 4-0. Then this game, and I'm repeating myself because I didn't record this the first time, but you know. So anyhow, here bar 20. So he's put me on the bar with the 6-2 when I made this point. That's fine. So he gets 4-4 in and out and does some building. Happy days. So I roll 3-2. So I come there. Yes, I can make the 22 points, but I'd rather try and get his 5 point. I'm not going to get it by making this point. So I go 3 and 2. I'm looking for any 4. The way I see it, unless he gets a 6-1, double 6, double 1, or maybe 4-4, this point is up for grabs. Plus he's still got all these he's also worrying about. I don't have a bad prime here. There's a gap there, but it's still a decent prime. So I go there and there. Look how much he marks me down. Nearly 0.4. Nearly 0.4 because I didn't make the 22 point. Nearly 0.4. Are you dizzy, blood? Let's play this. He gets 4-3, so he can escape his 1 point to the 8. That's a nice move for him. That one gap he had in my prime, he could use it. Okay, great. Let's see what I roll. 5 and 4. Guess what? I make that point. The point I was aiming for when I played this, the point you think is a blunder, here it's made. And now I'll slot there because I'm looking to build my home board for when I get a shot at XG. Right, so let's carry on playing. It's all pretty standard. So we get to this stage, and 5-1. What's happened here? Says right. So XG rolls 6-1 and has to leave this shot. Right. I roll 5-1. So I hit on the 12. So I hit on the 12 and then I move to the 7. Okay. XG fans 5-6. No good. Now I'm like, I like this position. I'm going to double. Apparently it's a mistake to double. Why is it a mistake to double? He's got 2 spots. I've got fluid pieces in motion. He's in a whole heap of trouble. Now is exactly the time to double. So anyhow, I double the double I'm not supposed to do. He takes it. Fine. If you don't think I should double, then you should take. That makes sense. So I roll. I got 6-5. So I'm going to close the 7 point. And I'm going to open that point to go there. Standard. Before XG has sat or anything, XG doubles me back. Bear in mind, look at the score. So we're playing for 2. Now XG wants to play for the whole match, given the dynamic and this. I think that's madness. At least get in, see what's about before you make this whole thing for the match. Because now I'll just go to Crawford. I think this is a very dangerous and high risk approach. And it's like double standards. When I double, when the situation makes sense to me, you say it's a blunder to double. But then you redouble me when it makes absolutely no sense, and you say, well, that's the right move. There's some double standards going on there. Anyhow, of course I'm going to take it. Of course I'm going to take it. So now we're playing out for the match. 4. XG fanned a lot. Maybe, yeah, it just unlucky. It fanned a lot this time. I was able to get my pieces home. We get here. So I make a slight mistake. 6-5, 6-2. So that leaves 3-3. Okay. What did I do? 5 off. Right, it was like this. So XU wanted me to go 6-5 and 6-2. So that leaves 3 there and 4 there. Yeah, actually that would have been good. But what did I do? 4 and 1. So I just picked up. Only thing really now which will kill me is like double 6. So, alright, again, one to think about for next time. Yeah, the rest of the game just plays out quite standard. I did have this decision to make here. So it's got to this position and I roll 6-2. So like the one roll, 5-2 and 6-2, those are 2 rolls I didn't want to have. So I rolled the 6-2. So what's my decision? So yeah, XG actually agrees with me. 6 off, 2 off. I could have hit there, picked up off there. Or no, picked up, what was the initial? Yeah, I could have picked up 6, played 2, gone to the 4. XG rolled a 5-3, so either way wouldn't have made some difference, but I did feel that staying here means he needs a 2 instead of a 4, really. And yeah, he got 5-3. Rest of the game played out standard. But again, look at that. I get called an intermediate. Really? Why? Because equity, this is all with the doubles and stuff. Errors. Errors that it thinks, I don't think this is an error. 0.4. This is not an error. This is great. This is a great plan, great move. It's a plan that works. And afterwards, I'm in a much stronger position. So how can you say it's error? You know? So it's quite frustrating because I think I'm playing really well. I'm winning, and to me that's a big indicator that I'm playing well, that I am winning. But XG is not recognizing that I'm good. So, well, it is what it is. I'm moaning about it, but I don't care. I want to win, and I'm winning more than I'm losing when I play against XG. And I'm winning convincingly. This was an 8-0 match, first to 7. The other one I won today was like 10-2, first to 7. I'm not creeping over the line. I'm going well past the line. So, yeah, maybe there's some people that care about your performance rating. Maybe if my performance rating was better, I'd care too. I mean, yesterday I had a 0.58 and a 3, and yeah, it feels it feels nice to get told, yeah, you played well. But, here I'm getting punished for moves that I don't agree are punishable for. You know, point four for this here. Come on. If I make a mistake and I can look, I can say, hey, yeah, no, you're right, eh? That was a bad move to make. It was risky, or it was this, or it was that. That's fair enough, you know. But this is a good move made to a plan, made to a plan that works, and I get told, and in the game one, remember, this 7 here, where was it? This one. You know, here, I got marked down there because it wanted me to put this one here. Wanted me to put a pip here so that when it rolls 6-3, it can hit me, you know. I miss all these pitfalls, but I get marked down. Yeah, there's a lot of luck involved, fair enough. This game I was lucky because, we'd got, which position did we get to? Yeah, we got here and he's nearly home and I'm behind in the race, fine. But eventually he had to give me the shot and I got lucky and I hit it. Okay, that's luck, but I played to that. You make your own luck, that's what they say sometimes. You make your own luck. But I got marked down for the, for accepting that double. And then of course I redouble him. Alright, anyhow, thanks for listening to me. I thought I played alright. I won. Does that count for anything these days?